Oh my goodness. Here I am. Tonight, I love the topic. I just came up with it. What the heck do I do? What is this thing? Those of you that have known me for a while are like, why is Carla on Facebook all the time? What is this weight release thing? Somebody asked me earlier because it has the little trademark symbol behind it. They were like, is this like a franchise, like something that you're affiliated with? Is this your thing? I'm like, no, it's my thing. I came up with it. I made it up. It is my blood, sweat, and many tears. What the heck is it? Sometimes I don't even know, but I'm going to try to explain it right here tonight. And the reason why I say sometimes I don't even know is that sometimes I don't even know, but I'm going to tell you, Kathy, you're so funny. Wait, it's not 10 at night. I'm early. I know. It's only 8:49. Woo! I told my daughter, I said, I gotta go do my Facebook Live now because I don't want to do it at 10 o'clock tonight because I'm so tired and I need to get earlier. Look how much more energetic I am at 8:50 as opposed to 10 or 11 like it was last night. Okay, so what is this thing? I will tell you, I started it not even knowing what I was going to build. I started it because I believed that I had something to share. I knew that what I was doing was working for me. Sometimes I didn't feel like it was because I didn't see the scale moving as fast as I wanted it to. But when I would get feedback from other people, they would say, you have changed so much. Look at what has changed in you. Look at how you went from hating exercise to running half marathons. Look at how much emotional weight you've released. Look at what's changing inside of you. Look at how much more confident you are. Look at how much more relaxed you are. Look at you doing videos on Facebook like that would never have happened 6 months ago. So I knew I had something and I knew that I had a dream, but I felt like um, I don't know how to market it. I don't know how to position it. When you get into business, they're like, you need to define your niche and you need to be able to clearly explain what it is you do. And I'm still working on all of that. In the beginning, I was like, I don't know, I just want to help everybody, every woman out there. And they're like, no, you need to like pick, the 50 somethings or the, I don't know, women who were born on Tuesday that like macrame and that's who you're serving. I'm like, I don't know. I just want to help women. Okay. But I did figure out a little bit. I figured out that the women I really, really have a heart for and the ones that I think what I do will really help the most are women who have struggled with their weight for a long time. Like I can help women that, were skinny their whole lives and then had a baby and now they have 15 extra pounds to lose and they'd like to get back in shape. I can help them too. But where my heart is and what I'm really about and why I put on my website women who cannot stand one more diet plan is because that's where I was. I felt like, what's the point of doing another one because it's probably not going to work anyway and it's not helping and it's just making me wiggy and I just don't even have hope that it's going to work anymore. Those are the people I want to help, okay? People that have tried and tried and tried and it just is not getting them anywhere. But I have to share with you what happened to me today. And I'm going to tell you, this is what I do. So I've only been at this really officially since July, okay? And I have a group of amazing women that jumped in with me before I even had the thing built, before I even really knew what I was doing, but I knew some things. And as you're watching my videos over these 30 days, you're going to see there are a lot of different pieces of this that have come together, which is why I say, what the heck do I do? Because how can I say I'm going to help you let go of weight without dieting? Really? And we're going to address emotional things. And we're going to address spiritual things. And I'm going to teach you a whole heck of a lot about what you're doing in your mind and how it's going to change the results that you're getting if you put it into practice. So I want to share with you this post that got posted in our private weight release group today by one of our founding members who started with me in July. She had gotten super quiet over the last few weeks and she was very chatty before. So I've been kind of wondering about her, like, what's going on with her? And thinking I need to reach out and see how she's doing. Like, I'm sure she's fine, but just strange that we haven't heard from her. So anyway, she popped on and she explained what she's been busy with, some family things, fine, good stuff, nothing dramatic. So now let me share with you what she said. She said, I have binge watched all the videos and Carla's 30 days of live streams 1 through 8 this weekend. And wouldn't you know, she hit upon everything I have dealt with during my weeks out of touch. Now listen, I have released 12 pounds now. I feel great. People have noticed. Now this is not, we have no diet plans in my program, okay? We don't even like to call it a program. There's no like menu plan. There's no, you have to do this or you shouldn't eat this. Listen to what she says. I'm eating only when I'm hungry, even if it's out of my window. Now, one thing we do in our group, for those who want to, it's not required, but I do teach for people that want to learn about it, about intermittent fasting. So that's what, when she talks about an eating window, that's what she's talking about. She says, I assumed that would mean that I'd gain weight, but I lost another ½ pound. I love not having to overthink every morsel of food I consume. Did you hear that? I love not having to overthink every morsel of food I consume. That's one of the biggest things that I'm teaching is I want to get people to food freedom, which means that you're not having to think all the time about what you're eating. That's part of what we do. I love, she says, I love not feeling guilty for eating a healthy snack 2 hours after my window closes. In other words, though we practice intermittent fasting, if you want to, she is eating after her window sometimes, and she doesn't feel bad about it. You know why? Because I teach no guilt. That does not serve any healthy purpose at all if you're wanting to let go of weight in your life. In fact, guilt and shame and I shouldn't have eaten that, or maybe I should eat this, or I should be doing better, or I ate this, but I probably shouldn't have, does no good. It actually hurts you. It doesn't help you. She says, especially, let me see, okay. She says, food freedom is a phrase I remember from this other program I was doing. She names it in here, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to trash any other programs. She said, except how it is there, it's freedom if I have to give up wheat, unless it's sprouted wheat, which is expensive, all sugars, you can eat stevia only, milk chocolate, I've learned to love dark chocolate, carrots, bananas, it goes on. In other words, she was on a plan that talked about food freedom, but really there was a whole lot of foods that she really wasn't free to eat. It's freedom only if you're not eating these things. And then she says, I did like that plan, but it was so, all capitalized, so much prep and calculating times to eat, and also pricey with all the special ingredients that aren't food but become food when you mix them with other ingredients. She said, I'm ready to be a poster child for weight release with Carla Grubb because this is the real deal. This is her talking, not me. I'm going to get her on for an interview soon. Food freedom with Carla means no guilt, no stress, and no deprivation. I believed that I only had to deal with 2 pillars when we began. So one of the things that I talk to people about is if you want to address this in your life, you have to address all 4 pillars of weight release: the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual, because you're a whole person. It's not enough to just go on a diet. You got to deal with every aspect of yourself. And I give tools in order to be able to teach that. We do a whole bunch of different things to work on those things. So she said, I believe that I only had to deal with 2 pillars when we began, but now I know that my spiritual and emotional elements are definitely in play. It feels like I was trudging through fog for ages, and now I see blazing sunlight burning it all away. Isn't that amazing? I was so encouraged, and you know who you are that wrote this. I'm not going to blast you on Facebook. It's not blast. Put you on blast. No, that's not the right term. That's like a negative thing, right? I'm not going to put your name out there because I didn't ask you first. But I'm just saying I was so encouraged reading this because what the heck do I do? That's what I do. This is what I have experienced, is this food freedom, this being able to learn how to love myself enough to let myself eat a stinking ice cream cone if I want, but also to love myself enough to know when to say when, and to know when to say, you know what, during this season for this time, I'm going to make a different choice. I'm going to choose to not do that because I would like to make some progress in this area. So I'm going to choose to delay sugar for a little while, but it's not off limits. And if I decide to do it, I can have it without guilt. There's a whole mindset change that has to happen. And so what I do is I help women with all of these, the physical and the emotional and the spiritual and the mental. It's very difficult from a marketing perspective to put it into words because there's so much involved in it, but I will tell you that it works. So if this video resonates with you, if this is something that you're like, Carla, I am one of those people that I'm so sick of having to think about my weight. I am so sick of having to pick another diet. I'm so tired of going into the holidays and feeling like this pull of, do I eat all this stuff because I want to and just deal with it in January, or do I try to diet, or do I try to follow a program, or I go to the Thanksgiving meal and I kind of want the stuff but I kind of don't, and oh, don't give me leftovers because if I take them home then I'm going to eat them all at 2 o'clock in the morning and then I'll feel guilty the next day. If you're so tired of that, please come and talk to me. I would love to talk to you. I would love to share more about what we do. I would love to help you. All you have to do is send me a private message. I would love to start a relationship with you. I want a relationship, baby. Hey, what's your sign? Not that kind of a relationship. I'm just saying, it's not about how many courses can I sell, or how many people do this, that, and the other. It's really about who needs this help. I want more and more and more people to be able to write something like this, to be able to feel the joy of, I am finally letting go of this stressful area of my life. I am finally able to just live and enjoy myself and be okay with the weight coming off at its own pace when it's ready to, instead of trying to force it all the time, instead of trying to punish my body or beat my soul into submission just so that my body is fitting into some certain mold or box that society says it's supposed to fit into. That's not what it's about. So that's what the heck I do. I probably still didn't tell you exactly, but I feel like she told you pretty well what I do. Oh, that's just my screensaver. Look, that's my awesome family. This is it's backwards if you ever do one of these. Oh, this is my husband, Ryan. This is my 17-year-old Kennedy. And this is my 12-year-old down here peeking in the picture. This picture's kind of old. So they stay on my phone all the time to remind me of what is most important, which is my God, my family, my relationships. Anyway, what the heck do I do in weight release? I help women to come out of the bad junk into the freedom of being able to enjoy themselves, to enjoy food again, to enjoy life, to not have their life and their mind and their brain be all wrapped up in trying to lose weight all the time, but just let it happen and find a happy, joyful journey. That's all what I'm about, is enjoy the journey. When we started, I don't have my bracelet on today. When we started, I gave all of my founding members a bracelet that says enjoy the journey, because that is what weight release is really all about, is enjoying the journey, not saying, well, I'll be happy once I get to the final, once I got the finish line, right? Once I get to my goal weight, then I'll be happy. No, be happy now. Go buy the cute dress now. Go wear the swimsuit you want to wear now. Go to the beach now. Enjoy the chocolate cake now. Learn how to enjoy a little of it and not let it control you anymore. I can give you tools to do that. So if you're watching this and you're like, whoa, this sounds like amazing, and how do you do that? Go back and watch the video again. No, this video wasn't how do you do it, it's what the heck do you do. So that is what the heck I do. If you want to know more about how do I do it, then go to my website. If you're watching this live right now in November of 2020, it's not November yet. It's October 29th, 8th. Anyway, it's close. The reason I said November is because I am starting my Food Freedom Challenge. It starts November 9th. If you want to join, I'm going to put a link in the comments right down there. Click the link. It is free to do the challenge. There is an upgrade into the VIP group The VIP group gets private group Zoom call with me. You get access to all the recordings so that if you don't have time that week, you can do it later or you can go back and watch it again. But during the Food Freedom Challenge, I'm going to be giving one tool every day that's going to give you one win every single day for 5 days. It's just the beginning of the how we get there. Not just the what I do, but how we do it. So I would love to have you join in. I would love to get to know you. Please reach out to me. I can't wait to meet you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.